Hello everyone, how are you today? And this video is the second part of the videos about those strange and weird, rare movies, difficult to find or not too difficult to find. And I am going to continue with this second video about that. I have some movies, some from Amazon or Best Buy, some others from my Mexican dealer, and of movies. And I'm gonna start with this one, which is a Japanese movie. Let's try it like this. Sorry, this is not a professional studio. So let's try like this so you can see it. It's a Japanese anime movie. The original name in Japanese is Sento Shihiro no Kamukakushi, which means Sen and Shihiro's spiriting away, and in English was released as Spirited Away. In Spanish, in some other countries, it's only known as Chihiro. And he won an Oscar for full full feature animation movie. And with My Neighbor Totoro, I would say is now they are two really classics pieces of art in Japanese anime. With others, obviously, I'm not really into that. But this one and My Neighbor Totoro, they are extraordinary and very lovely movies. Okay, this one is a very long and profound story that you really need to see it. You know, uh, in a moment that you feel like I'm gonna see this movie, I'm gonna really understand it because it's not just like cartoons. No, it's really profound. So I highly recommend this Japanese movie. Okay, I'm going to move on with my next movie, and well, today is a coincidence. Today we remember 20 years. I think it's 20 years or 19. I'm not sure from the September 11, attacks. And what a best way to remember that with this movie. Well, this was from my Mexican store there in Los Angeles. But in English, the original name is Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. And it's with Tom Hanks and Sandra Bullock. And Max von Sydow also is in the movie. But what calls my attention is that this is a very rare movie. It's not easy to find. I think now it's in Netflix in some countries, but not all. But it's rare in the way that it's not the best known movie from Tom Hanks or Sandra Bullock. It's really rare. It's like Boyhood, you know. Remember that movie Boyhood that they filmed in 10 years with Ethan Hawke? This one is something like that. It's really rare. The child actor, I think his name, I really had to check because it's not even Thomas Horn. I think is the name of the little actor, the boy. Yeah, I think so. Excuse me if it's not correct, but to the point that the boy is not really an actor. He just participated in this movie, not really, you know, famous. And I haven't seen him in other movies. And the movie is more than the a memory of the events of September 11. It's more like a, a travel, a journey of the kid discovering stuff about his father. Actually, the little kid um, suffers the Asperger syndrome, but I'm not gonna spoil more. It's a beautiful movie, but you really need to like hook up, with it. It's not for everybody. Okay, good. I'm going to continue. Well, now we go classic mode because I have these two. and the two are just called classics. Now, first of all, the original, I mean, all original, but this one original Escape from New York. When I say original, it's like in my first video when I refer to Alien. Now we have many aliens, this alien, that, but no, Alien was the original that what I have. It's something similar with Escape from New York. Obviously, this one is not that famous, but Escape from New York, this was the original from the 80s with Isaac Hayes, Kurt Russell, which is the main protagonist. And it's Jesus Christ, if you are from my time, I saw this movie in the movie theater, and I remember that in that time, for some reason, sometimes you can just sneak into the movie theater, even if the movie was censored. And I think it was something like that. I was a little boy. I was probably 10 or 12, and this movie was, it's not really for little kids. Now, yes, but in that time, it was different, and really has a profound impact in my life. I remember, seeing New York like it's portrayed here. It still is not like that, but we're heading to that, especially New York, and how he Caruso is extraordinary in this movie. How he portrays this badass guy. Uh, it's it's something. It's super good. The second part, Escape from Los Angeles, it's a typical sequel when they try to use the new technologies and stuff and fail. These movies are cool because they are original. They don't really have the graphics and stuff, which in some movies is good, but in this case, it's better not to touch this kind of movies, like King Kong, for example, the original, or Dracula, or Frankenstein, or others. They are like that. They're just like watching these movies in their original way is super cool. Now with these super big screens that we have. So this is the another one, Escape from New York from the 80s. Staying in the same time of Dune, for example, that's a movie that I love, but I don't have it in DVD. Dune comes from a great book. In others from that time, um, E.T. extraterrestrial also, and Encounters from the Third Type, which didn't really kill me, but this was acceptable. Cocoon also, it was good. So following that, we comes with a real cult classic, Blade Runner. Also the original, because recently they released the second part, which was acceptable, but there's nothing like the original. And Blade Runner is like, for the movies, is like Pink Floyd The Wall for the musicals. You know, in the middle of the movie, people stood up and say, "Nah, let's go and have some drinks," because really, really, probably it was a movie too ahead of its time. Now you understand it better, and if you and actually, let me see, but yes, I have the book here because this is based on a book, Philip Dick. You know, even the book is hard to understand, um, but now you get it better. I had the opportunity to check. I saw the Blu-ray special edition. I rent. I think I saw it from some library there in Encino, and I saw the whole. I think there's 4 or 5 discs. I'm not sure. This one is just. I found this one in most weird places that hard to find, and I found the original one. The super original. It was released when the DVDs appeared, because this is from the 80s, and you know the story of this. It's the fight with the director with the crew fight, differences. Harrison Ford saying that it's just a shit movie, like Schwarzenegger refers to Terminator, the original. But now with the time, Harrison Ford, Schwarzenegger, and others, they consider they were good movies. Obviously, at this point, Harrison Ford was more than famous. After Star Wars, imagine. So this is really, really rare to find. Anyways, now is Netflix, but I highly recommend the new generation to watch this movie. Okay, we're gonna move on with. And excuse me if I'm repeating movies. I think I'm trying to separate the movies that we already checked in the first video. I'm not sure about this one. If we saw it, this is another like. And excuse me, I say excuse me because I don't remember it. I think I saw that I showed you this movie before, but I don't know how she came back to this group. But anyways, this movie, it's it's like Gone with the Wind. It's like um, I don't know, those super huge movies, Star Wars. I don't know, Schindler's List. Those movies that first of all they are like more than 2 hours. Secondly, they really really make an effort to show you a movie with all the details, with a lot of people involved in the movie, like The Last Samurai, for example. Those kind of movies. Amadeus, based on the story of Amadeus, which some historians they say is not true. It wasn't like that. But this kind of movies like is like I love it. I love how you're telling me this story. I don't care if it's true or not, but I like how you're telling me this story. This is Amadeus, and it was portrayed in The Simpsons, actually, where Lisa is discussing, no, but it's not true, and Bart saying, I don't care, I like it. So it's something like that. I like it in Amadeus. It's it's a jewel. It's for me, it's one of the best movies in history. And it's those movies where the main actors, uh, Tom Hodge and F. Murray Abraham, he got an Oscar for this. Both are not known; they are unknown actors if you see their careers, but they did a great job here in this movie. It's beautiful. It's very profound. It tells a beautiful story from you know the point of view of Salieri, which is supposed to be a competitor of Amadeus in that time, and in shows the beginnings and the wisdom of Amadeus Mozart. So it has the soundtrack is beautiful. The soundtrack is really hard to find, and really I have it on my hands once, but it was I was very young and I didn't have enough money. But it's really hard to find. Obviously, you can get it in YouTube, but it's not the same. It was remember those double box with the two discs. The soundtrack is very very beautiful. This um, has most beautiful music from Mozart. Okay, highly recommend this one. Hard to find, really hard to find. Actually, it's these double layer CDs. You need to flip over the disc to see the second part. So highly recommend this one. And the last one, because I gotta go, it's going to be this another cult classic, but in this case, really rare and controversial. They say this movie is the worst movie ever made, but now it's considered a cult classic, and it's also based in a novel similar to Dune or others, which is the same name, Battlefield Earth. Um, this DVD is hard to find. It's really hard to find, and many people told me that movie sucks. It's really bad and this and that, and I couldn't. So actually, I didn't see it in the movie theater because I said I'm not gonna spend 15 or $20 seeing a bad movie. So in that time, I listened to the comments. But then I was in Miami for a while visiting a cousin, and we went to remember Blockbuster. So we went there and we rented and we saw it, and I think it's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not that bad. And as Demolition Man, The Fifth Element, those movies, it's not too different than those. You know, the props for these guys for the cyclos, it's amazing. The makeup is super cool. Maybe the effects are like just normal, but I like it. I like it. I think it was a good story, and I had a chance to read the book. So the book is way better. Obviously, they didn't have the enough money to create all the environment as the book. I think because the book is more complicated. But what they did is okay. What they did is okay. It's acceptable. Barry Pepper is a great actor, and obviously Forrest Whitaker, John Travolta. You know, you cannot ask for more. But I know that some of you maybe are saying, no, that movie was very bad. It's not for everybody. Depends how is your point of view of science fiction. I am a science fiction lover. I mean, a science fiction freak. So even the so-called bad movies, I love to see them, especially those based in science fiction books from the 60s and 70s. This was from the 80s. So I think it's acceptable. You should give it a try. It's hard to find. It's hard to find. Really rare. It's not in Netflix because I checked it. And so many people were so, I don't know why so pushing in banning this movie, you know. But I think that you should give it a try. Hard to find. I hope you could see it, and then just say, okay, maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, so that is all for today in this second video. I hope to continue with more movies in my next video. And thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And please give me your comments. Tell me, no, we just suck. Tell me it's okay. No hard feelings. Because what I want is to interact with you about these movies. Okay, take it easy. Have an excellent day. Take care. Goodbye. God bless you.